Have you ever wondered why certain emotions seem to overwhelm you, making you act in ways you later regret? Perhaps you've noticed repeating patterns in your behavior, but aren't quite sure why you keep reacting in those ways. This confusion often arises from a lack of deep self-awareness, an essential skill for emotional mastery and personal growth. Self-awareness means having a clear, honest understanding of your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Yet, in our busy and distracted modern lives, true self-awareness often remains neglected, overshadowed by constant demands and distractions. When we lack self-awareness, we become emotionally reactive, making impulsive decisions driven by unconscious patterns. These unconscious reactions can damage our relationships, hinder our success, and lead to unnecessary stress and unhappiness. Fortunately, Stoicism offers profound wisdom and practical techniques to help us develop deep self-awareness. To the Stoics, self-awareness was the foundation upon which emotional clarity, resilience, and inner peace were built. Ancient Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus constantly emphasized the importance of understanding oneself deeply and honestly. Marcus Aurelius frequently reminded himself to examine his own thoughts and emotions objectively. He recognized that true emotional mastery and ethical living required deep self-reflection and self-awareness. Seneca similarly advised his followers to regularly pause and reflect on their daily thoughts, emotions, and actions, ensuring alignment with their core values and virtues. Epictetus famously taught his students that understanding oneself was the key to freedom and emotional mastery. He emphasized that most emotional distress arises not from external events, but from our own unexamined thoughts and beliefs. By cultivating deep self-awareness, Stoics believed we could uncover these hidden triggers and patterns, transforming our reactions and significantly improving our lives. Today, modern psychology strongly supports this ancient Stoic wisdom. Research consistently shows that self-aware individuals experience greater emotional intelligence, reduce stress, improve relationships, and better decision-making abilities. Self-awareness also enhances your ability to manage emotions effectively, helping you respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. In this episode of Inner Stillness, a Stoic journey to emotional mastery, we'll explore deeply the Stoic perspective on self-awareness. You'll discover why understanding yourself deeply is crucial for mastering your emotions and improving every aspect of your life. You'll also gain practical Stoic techniques you can immediately apply to cultivate deep self-awareness daily. If you're ready to unlock the power of self-awareness and dramatically transform your emotional life, stay tuned. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment below on True Stoic Way. Your experiences and insights help build our supportive community, dedicated to emotional clarity, self-awareness, and lasting inner peace. Join me now as we journey deeper into Stoicism's powerful teachings on self-awareness, guiding you toward greater emotional mastery, clarity, and fulfillment. Let me introduce you to Mark, a dedicated manager who always seems successful and capable from the outside. Yet beneath his confident exterior, Mark struggled deeply with emotional control, often feeling overwhelmed by frustration and anxiety. At work, Mark was known for occasional outbursts of anger, especially under stress. His employees felt cautious around him, never sure what might trigger his sudden emotional reactions. Mark himself didn't fully understand why he acted this way, only realizing later how damaging these impulsive outbursts were to his relationships and professional reputation. After one particularly heated argument at work, Mark felt deeply ashamed and confused. He knew something needed to change, but he didn't know where to begin. Searching for answers, Mark discovered Stoicism, particularly its powerful emphasis on self-awareness. He realized for the first time that his emotional struggles stemmed from a deep lack of self-understanding and awareness of his internal emotional patterns. Determined to make a change, Mark committed to regularly practicing Stoic self-reflection. Each evening, he spent time quietly examining his thoughts, feelings, and behaviors from the day. He asked himself simple but powerful questions. Why did I react that way? What emotions triggered my responses? How could I have handled this situation differently? As Mark consistently engaged in this reflective practice, he began noticing patterns emerging in his emotional responses. He identified specific triggers that frequently caused him stress, anxiety, and anger. By acknowledging these triggers and understanding their origins, Mark gained a valuable insight into his emotional patterns and reactions. Over time, Mark became increasingly skilled at anticipating emotional triggers before they overwhelmed him. He learned to pause intentionally and choose calmer, more thoughtful responses instead of reacting impulsively. The positive impact on his professional and personal relationships was immediate and profound. Colleagues and friends noticed Mark becoming calmer, more patient, and approachable. He experienced less anxiety, fewer conflicts, and greater inner peace. Mark felt deeply grateful for the profound wisdom of Stoicism and the practical techniques of self-awareness he learned. His life transformed dramatically through simple, yet consistent self-reflection. Just like Mark, many of us go through life unaware of the unconscious emotional patterns driving our behavior. But Stoicism reminds us that true emotional mastery begins with deep self-awareness. Throughout this episode, you'll discover practical Stoic methods to cultivate deeper self-awareness. You'll learn how to identify your emotional triggers, understand your unconscious patterns, and respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively. Remember to subscribe, like, and share your experiences below on True Stoic Way. Together, let's build a community dedicated to mastering emotional clarity, resilience, and lasting inner peace through deep self-awareness. Self-awareness is a core principle deeply embedded within Stoic philosophy. For the Stoics, cultivating deep self-awareness was considered an essential step toward achieving emotional clarity, inner peace, and genuine happiness. But what exactly does self-awareness mean from the Stoic perspective? At its simplest, Stoic self-awareness means being fully conscious and honest about your thoughts, emotions, and actions at every moment. It involves a continuous and deliberate practice of reflection and self-examination. Stoics believe that without self-awareness, we are vulnerable to emotional turmoil and impulsive behaviors driven by unconscious patterns. Marcus Aurelius, the renowned Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, is a prime example of Stoic self-awareness into practice. In his famous journal known as the Meditations, Marcus consistently engaged in deep self-reflection. He regularly examined his thoughts, feelings, and behaviors objectively, striving to understand himself thoroughly and honestly. One of Marcus's profound insights was, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." This powerful statement underscores Stoicism's belief that emotional control and inner peace come from deeply understanding and managing your internal state. Seneca, another influential Stoic philosopher, echoed similar sentiments regarding self-awareness. In his extensive writings, Seneca emphasized the importance of daily self-examination. He advised his followers to review their day critically, evaluating whether their thoughts, actions, and emotions aligned with their highest virtues. Seneca believed self-awareness was critical for ethical living and emotional mastery, enabling individuals to consistently act wisely and calmly, even in stressful situations. Epictetus, the prominent Stoic teacher, similarly highlighted self-awareness as the cornerstone of emotional freedom. He famously declared, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things beyond our control." Epictetus taught his students that deep self-awareness allowed them to recognize clearly what was within their control and what was not. By clearly understanding their emotional responses, Stoics could choose to respond wisely rather than react impulsively. Stoics understood that true self-awareness involved more than just observing emotions superficially. They encouraged deep introspection, urging individuals to explore underlying beliefs, assumptions, and emotional triggers driving their behavior. By uncovering and understanding these unconscious factors, Stoics believed individuals could transform their emotional reactions significantly. Another critical aspect of Stoic self-awareness involves recognizing the transient nature of life. Marcus Aurelius frequently reflected on life's impermanence, reminding himself to fully engage with each present moment. This practice deepened his awareness, enhancing his appreciation of life's simple joys and helping him remain calm amidst life's uncertainties and pressures. Stoicism also emphasizes the interconnectedness between self-awareness and ethical living. For Stoics, self-awareness wasn't merely a private pursuit. It significantly influenced their relationships and interactions with others. They believed self-aware individuals could act ethically, justly, and compassionately, positively impacting their communities. This comprehensive view of self-awareness as both personal and social underscores its central importance in Stoicism. Today, modern psychology strongly supports Stoicism's profound insights into self-awareness. Research consistently shows self-awareness significantly improves emotional intelligence, reduces stress, enhances decision-making, and strengthens relationships. Psychologists today emphasize self-awareness as a critical skill for emotional regulation, supporting what Stoics recognized thousands of years ago. Practically, cultivating Stoic self-awareness involves daily habits of mindful reflection. Regular journaling, a practice championed by Marcus Aurelius, remains one of the most powerful tools for developing self-awareness. Through daily journaling, individuals objectively examine their emotional reactions, behaviors, and thought patterns. Reflective journaling also helps individuals identify emotional triggers and unconscious patterns, empowering them to respond more intentionally and thoughtfully. Another effective Stoic practice involves setting regular mindfulness pauses throughout the day. During these brief pauses, individuals consciously check in with themselves, observing their physical sensations, emotions, and thought patterns. These mindful check-ins strengthen self-awareness, helping individuals remain emotionally balanced, calm, and focused throughout their daily activities. Visualization techniques practiced by Stoics also enhance self-awareness significantly. Each morning, Stoics visualize potential challenges, mentally rehearsing calm, intentional responses. This practice prepared them emotionally and mentally, significantly improving their ability to remain self-aware under stress. Ultimately, Stoicism views self-awareness as the foundational skill upon which emotional clarity, resilience, and fulfillment are built. Stoics deeply understood that without self-awareness, emotional mastery remains elusive, and individuals remain vulnerable to impulsive, unconscious reactions. By consistently practicing Stoic self-awareness techniques, journaling, mindful pauses, visualization, individuals can profoundly transform their emotional lives. With regular practice, self-awareness becomes second nature, significantly enhancing emotional intelligence, relationships, and overall life satisfaction. Remember, self-awareness isn't about achieving perfection. It's about consistently striving to understand yourself more deeply and honestly each day. Stay patient and compassionate with yourself as you cultivate deeper self-awareness. Celebrate each small moment of insight and emotional clarity. Recognizing each step forward brings you closer to genuine emotional mastery and lasting inner peace. Stay engaged with our community here on True Stoic Way. Subscribe, like, and comment, sharing your personal journey toward deeper self-awareness and emotional mastery. Together, let's continue this powerful Stoic journey, cultivating profound emotional clarity, resilience, and fulfillment. Understanding the Stoic perspective on self-awareness is crucial, but equally important is knowing the remarkable benefits deep self-awareness can bring into your life. When practiced consistently, Stoic self-awareness offers numerous advantages that positively transform your emotional health, relationships, and overall well-being. The first and perhaps most immediate benefit is significantly reduced stress. When you understand your emotional triggers clearly, you become much less vulnerable to stress and emotional overwhelm. Deep self-awareness enables you to quickly recognize when you're becoming emotionally reactive, giving you the power to pause and respond thoughtfully. This reduces the intensity and frequency of stressful emotional episodes. Studies in modern psychology consistently support this benefit, showing self-aware individuals have significantly lower stress levels compared to those who lack emotional awareness. Another powerful benefit of deep self-awareness is improved emotional regulation. By regularly reflecting on your thoughts and emotions, you gain essential insight into your habitual emotional patterns. This clarity helps you anticipate emotional triggers and manage your responses proactively. Instead of reacting impulsively, self-aware individuals respond calmly, thoughtfully, and intentionally. This improved emotional regulation enhances your emotional resilience, allowing you to navigate life's inevitable challenges with greater composure and wisdom. Self-awareness also significantly improves your decision-making abilities. When you deeply understand your emotions, values, and goals, you're much better equipped to make thoughtful, deliberate decisions aligned with your long-term well-being. Stoics consistently emphasize the importance of aligning actions with core virtues and rational thought. Modern research supports this wisdom, showing self-aware individuals consistently make better decisions, both personally and professionally. Another notable benefit is healthier, more fulfilling relationships. Deep self-awareness allows you to understand clearly how your behavior impacts others. When you're self-aware, you communicate more clearly, empathetically, and compassionately. You become more patient and understanding, significantly reducing conflicts and misunderstandings in your relationships. Friends, family, and colleagues appreciate your increased emotional intelligence, improving trust and deepening your connections. Self-awareness also enhances your empathy and compassion toward others. When you understand your own emotions deeply, you naturally become more empathetic and understanding of others' experiences. This empathy strengthens your emotional intelligence, significantly enhancing your interactions and relationships. Furthermore, consistent self-awareness practice enhances your self-confidence and self-esteem. By understanding yourself deeply, you become more comfortable with your strengths, weaknesses, and vulnerabilities. Self-aware individuals accept themselves fully, without judgment or unnecessary criticism. This self-acceptance significantly enhances your emotional well-being, allowing you to act confidently, authentically, and intentionally in all areas of your life. Additionally, self-awareness helps you break free from harmful, unconscious emotional patterns. Many people remain stuck in repetitive emotional reactions, unaware of their underlying causes. Deep self-awareness helps you identify these unconscious patterns clearly, empowering you to make deliberate changes. By consciously reshaping these patterns, you transform your emotional reactions significantly, creating healthier, more productive emotional responses. Practicing Stoic self-awareness also significantly boosts your overall happiness and life satisfaction. Self-aware individuals appreciate life's simple pleasures more deeply and consistently align their actions with core values and virtues. This alignment creates a profound sense of fulfillment, purpose, and inner peace, significantly enhancing overall happiness and contentment. Moreover, regular self-awareness practice improves your physical health and vitality. Reduced stress levels through consistent emotional regulation positively impact your physical health, reducing chronic health issues linked to stress, such as hypertension, digestive problems, and chronic fatigue. Self-aware individuals often report greater energy, better sleep, improved digestion, and overall physical well-being. Deep self-awareness also provides crucial clarity about your life's purpose and direction. By regularly reflecting on your emotions, values, and goals, you gain clear insights into your core purpose and priorities. This clarity guides your actions consistently toward meaningful, fulfilling goals, enhancing your overall sense of purpose and life satisfaction. Stoicism strongly emphasizes self-awareness as essential for ethical living. Self-aware individuals consistently align their actions with integrity, justice, compassion, and courage. By deeply understanding yourself, you ensure your behavior consistently reflects your highest values, positively impacting your personal and professional communities. Finally, deep self-awareness significantly strengthens your emotional resilience. By regularly examining your emotional reactions objectively, you gradually build greater emotional strength and flexibility. You become increasingly capable of adapting calmly and thoughtfully to life's inevitable challenges, setbacks, and uncertainties. Consistent self-awareness practice provides you the emotional clarity and resilience necessary to navigate life's complexities gracefully and wisely. By cultivating deep self-awareness through regular Stoic practices, journaling, reflection, and mindful self-checks, you experience these powerful benefits firsthand. Reduced stress, improved emotional regulation, enhanced decision-making, healthier relationships, greater empathy, increased self-confidence, improved physical health, clearer life purpose, ethical alignment, and stronger emotional resilience all become natural parts of your daily experience. Remember, these benefits develop gradually through consistent, intentional practice. Stay committed and compassionate with yourself, knowing each moment of self-awareness significantly enhances your emotional intelligence, relationships, and overall quality of life. Continue sharing your experiences on True Stoic Way by subscribing, liking, and commenting. Together, let's cultivate profound emotional clarity, resilience, and lasting inner peace through deep self-awareness. Now that you clearly understand the powerful benefits of self-awareness, let's explore practical Stoic techniques you can apply daily to deepen your self-understanding. These actionable strategies, inspired by ancient Stoicism and supported by modern psychology, empower you to cultivate consistent, profound self-awareness. The first and most powerful technique is Stoic journaling. Stoic journaling involves daily reflective writing, objectively examining your thoughts, emotions, and actions throughout the day. Marcus Aurelius famously practiced journaling regularly, recording his insights, reflections, and emotional experiences. To practice Stoic journaling effectively, set aside a few minutes each evening to reflect quietly. Begin by asking yourself insightful questions such as, what triggered my strongest emotions today? How did I respond emotionally and why? What unconscious patterns influence my actions? Write honestly and objectively, observing your experiences without judgment or criticism. Regular journaling significantly enhances your self-awareness, revealing unconscious emotional patterns and triggers clearly. Another powerful Stoic technique to cultivate self-awareness is daily self-reflection. At the end of each day, set aside quiet time for thoughtful self-reflection. Mentally review your day's events objectively, examining your emotional responses and behaviors closely. Ask yourself reflective questions like, did my actions today reflect my highest values and virtues? What emotional reactions surprised me? How could I have responded differently or more effectively? Regular daily self-reflection strengthens your self-awareness muscle, helping you consistently respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Mindful pauses throughout the day are another highly effective technique. Set reminders to pause periodically during your busy day, even if only briefly. During these short pauses, consciously check in with yourself. Observe your physical sensations, emotions, and thoughts calmly and objectively. Notice if you're experiencing tension, stress, or emotional reactivity. These mindful pauses enhance your self-awareness significantly, helping you remain emotionally balanced, calm, and intentional in daily interactions. Visualization is another powerful Stoic technique to deepen your self-awareness. Each morning, spend a few moments visualizing potential emotional triggers or challenging situations you'll likely encounter. Imagine yourself responding calmly, intentionally, and wisely, even under emotional pressure. Clearly visualize your emotional responses and behaviors aligning with your highest virtues and emotional clarity. This practice significantly strengthens your ability to remain self-aware and emotionally balanced during real-life stressful situations. Regular daily emotional check-ins are also valuable Stoic-inspired practices. Throughout your day, briefly pause and ask yourself simple but insightful questions. What am I feeling emotionally right now? Are my current emotions influencing my thoughts or actions? What unconscious emotional patterns might be affecting my behavior? Regular emotional check-ins enhance your emotional intelligence and self-awareness, providing critical insights into your daily emotional experiences and reactions. Another effective Stoic technique is setting clear emotional intentions each day. Each morning, consciously decide how you want to respond emotionally to various situations throughout your day. Clearly define emotional intentions such as patience, calmness, compassion, or emotional clarity. Periodically remind yourself of these emotional intentions, especially during stressful or challenging situations. This intentional emotional practice significantly enhances your self-awareness, guiding your daily responses clearly and wisely. Practicing mindful observation of emotional triggers is another highly effective technique. Whenever you experience strong emotions, consciously pause and observe objectively what's happening internally. Notice your emotional triggers clearly, recognizing their physical sensations, thoughts, and emotional intensity without judgment. Simply observing your emotions objectively enhances your self-awareness significantly, reducing emotional reactivity and improving emotional regulation. Stoic-inspired affirmations or mantras can also support your self-awareness practice. Regularly repeat an affirmation silently or aloud, such as, "I observe my emotions objectively," or "I understand my emotional triggers clearly." These affirmations reinforce your intention to remain self-aware and emotionally balanced throughout your day. Finally, periodically practice Stoic-inspired self-assessment. Regularly evaluate your self-awareness progress objectively, reflecting on your emotional growth clearly. Ask yourself periodically, am I becoming more self-aware and emotionally balanced? What progress have I noticed recently? How can I deepen my self-awareness further? Regular self-assessment significantly enhances your emotional growth, helping you consistently improve your self-awareness practice. Integrating these powerful Stoic-inspired techniques, journaling, daily self-reflection, mindful pauses, visualization, emotional check-ins, emotional intentions, mindful observation, affirmations, and self-assessment into your daily routine profoundly transforms your emotional intelligence, clarity, and resilience. Remember, cultivating deep self-awareness requires consistent, intentional practice. Stay patient and compassionate with yourself as you deepen your self-awareness. Each moment of intentional self-reflection, journaling, or emotional check-in brings you closer to emotional mastery and lasting inner peace. Consistently practice these powerful Stoic techniques, and you'll soon experience firsthand profound emotional clarity, resilience, and fulfillment. Stay engaged, share your experiences, and continue supporting our community here at True Stoic Way. Together, we cultivate emotional mastery through consistent self-awareness, building lasting emotional clarity, resilience, and inner peace. Let's now practice a powerful Stoic-inspired self-awareness exercise together. Find a quiet, comfortable space where you won't be disturbed. Sit comfortably, gently close your eyes, and take a deep, calming breath in through your nose. Hold it briefly, then slowly exhale through your mouth, releasing any tension. Take a few more slow, mindful breaths, focusing your attention fully on each inhale and exhale. Now gently bring your awareness inward, reflecting calmly on your day. Begin by recalling the morning, carefully examining your initial thoughts and emotions. Ask yourself, how did I feel when I first woke up today? Were there any immediate thoughts or emotions that influenced my mood? Observe these thoughts and emotions objectively, without judgment or criticism. Next, slowly reflect on the main activities of your day. Consider significant interactions or events that stood out emotionally. Ask yourself thoughtfully, what emotions did I experience during these events? How did these emotions influence my thoughts and actions? Carefully observe these emotional responses, noting clearly any patterns or triggers you recognize. Notice particularly strong emotional reactions, examining them closely and objectively. Ask yourself, what triggered this emotional reaction? Was my emotional response helpful or harmful in this situation? Reflect gently on alternative emotional responses you could have chosen. Next, calmly assess whether your daily actions align clearly with your core values and emotional intentions. Ask yourself honestly, did I act with integrity, patience, and compassion today? Were my actions aligned with the virtues I value most? Notice clearly any actions that didn't align fully with your intentions. Consider calmly how you might handle similar situations differently in the future. Now, shift your attention gently to your physical sensations. Notice if your body is holding any lingering tension or stress from emotional reactions today. Take a deep breath and consciously relax these areas, releasing any remaining emotional stress. Finally, affirm quietly to yourself your commitment to continue this self-awareness practice daily. Remind yourself gently of the powerful benefits you've learned today. Reduced stress, improved emotional regulation, better relationships, and greater emotional resilience. Take one final deep, calming breath, savoring the clarity and peace cultivated through this exercise. Slowly bring your awareness back to your immediate surroundings, feeling refreshed and emotionally balanced. When you're ready, gently open your eyes, carrying this calm, self-aware presence into the rest of your day or evening. Practice this self-awareness exercise regularly, ideally each evening, to deepen your understanding of yourself and your emotions. With consistent practice, you'll experience profound improvements in emotional clarity, resilience, and inner peace. Remember, self-awareness is developed gradually through regular, intentional reflection. Stay patient, compassionate, and committed as you deepen your self-awareness. Each reflective moment significantly enhances your emotional mastery and overall well-being. Continue sharing your journey on True Stoic Way by subscribing, liking, and commenting. Your experiences inspire and support our growing community dedicated to emotional clarity, resilience, and lasting inner peace. Remember, deep self-awareness isn't achieved overnight. It's an ongoing, rewarding journey that unfolds gradually through consistent practice. Each moment spent reflecting on your emotions, thoughts, and behaviors significantly strengthens your emotional intelligence and resilience. The Stoics deeply understood that true emotional mastery begins with thoroughly understanding yourself. Marcus Aurelius famously stated, "Look within, within is the fountain of good." He recognized clearly that profound self-awareness is essential for genuine happiness, inner peace, and ethical living. By consistently practicing Stoic-inspired self-awareness techniques, daily journaling, mindful reflection, emotional check-ins, you gain profound clarity about your emotional patterns, triggers, and reactions. This clarity empowers you to respond thoughtfully, intentionally, and wisely to life's inevitable challenges and opportunities. Consistent self-awareness practice significantly reduces stress, improves emotional regulation, enhances relationships, boosts self-confidence, and deepens your overall fulfillment and happiness. Stay patient and compassionate with yourself as you cultivate deeper self-awareness. Celebrate each small insight and moment of emotional clarity, recognizing that emotional mastery develops gradually, one mindful reflection at a time. Each day, remind yourself gently of the profound benefits consistent self-awareness practice brings to your life. Visualize clearly how emotional clarity, resilience, and inner peace transform your daily experiences positively. Stay engaged with our supportive community here on True Stoic Way. Your active participation, subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing experiences strengthens our collective journey toward emotional mastery and self-awareness. Together, we inspire and support each other, cultivating profound emotional clarity, resilience, and lasting inner peace through deep self-awareness. Your consistent practice and commitment transform your emotional landscape profoundly. Continue this powerful journey and experience firsthand the lasting peace, clarity, and fulfillment Stoic self-awareness brings into your life. Today, we've deeply explored the profound Stoic principle of self-awareness and its remarkable benefits for emotional mastery. You've learned the vital importance of understanding yourself clearly, objectively, and consistently. Through powerful Stoic techniques like journaling, mindful reflection, emotional check-ins, and daily self-assessment, you now have practical tools to cultivate deep self-awareness daily. Remember, self-awareness is your foundational skill for emotional clarity, resilience, and lasting inner peace. Consistent practice empowers you to recognize emotional triggers clearly, respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively, and significantly improve your relationships, decision-making, and overall life satisfaction. Now it's your turn to put these valuable insights into action. Commit today to consistently practicing the practical Stoic self-awareness techniques you've learned. Make daily journaling, mindful reflection, and emotional check-ins regular parts of your routine. Observe carefully how your emotional clarity, resilience, and relationships significantly improve over time. If you found today's episode valuable, please support our growing community at True Stoic Way. Subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share your experiences in the comments below. Your insights and personal journey inspire others on their paths toward emotional mastery and self-awareness. Remember, each intentional reflection and self-awareness practice brings you closer to genuine emotional mastery, inner peace, and lasting fulfillment. Stay patient, compassionate, and committed as you cultivate deeper self-awareness daily. Thank you for joining me today on Inner Stillness, a Stoic journey to emotional mastery. Together, let's continue our powerful journey toward emotional clarity, resilience, and lasting inner peace. I'll see you in the next episode.